What's going on, guys? My name is Nicholas Merton here at Data Dash, and today is August 6th of 2017. So guys, let's do a real quick market recap, and the reason I want to do it today especially is that there is overwhelming optimism in the market right now. Now, how can I say that? Well, guys, the numbers speak for themselves. Bitcoin is tethering towards new highs, holding the majority of its gains from its breakout day. We also see the total market cap valuation of cryptocurrencies testing towards the previous highs of the altcoin bubble. And guys, with how quick we've gotten back up here, it shows that there's some serious money waiting to get into this market. The good news is there's a ton of cheap altcoins that you guys can pick up right now that can make some pretty good potential gains over the next year or so. So I'm going to go through and talk about some of my favorites, including antshares or Neo, Stratus, and also library credits. Three that I'm really watching on my radar right now. And then we're also going to talk about the big dogs as well after we discuss Bitcoin, such as Litecoin and Ethereum. So guys, let's not wait any further, and let's start off with the big dog itself, Bitcoin. The other day, we saw an obvious ascending triangle right here, guys. One of the technical patterns I talked about in my trading video. You guys should definitely go check that out. Very valuable resource for those of you who are new. But guys, the price action was just immense here. We had the breakout day here in July 19th, which really set the precedent for what was going to be resistance. And as you can see, we formed the ascending triangle where the support level got higher and higher and the resistance maintained steady. And then we had the breakout, guys. So we had a really wonderful 13.7% return that day, and we've maintained the gains pretty much. It's tethering around 0% return for the day, and that's fine. The fact that it's holding shows enough strength as is, so we don't even need to really move up today for me to be optimistic on this. The fact that it's holding that is really powerful. So let's go here and look at the hourly and see if we can get any kind of insight on where that might be leading. So I got to be honest with you guys. This hourly is looking really bullish. It's basically come up. We had the good run up to around the $3,300 area. And of course, you know, we need a decent pullback after such a run up. And it came down here and found support around 3,200. And it looks like we're kind of curving up. Now, are we going to break to new highs, guys? I don't know. I think that there's going to be a decent pullback. However, the hourly speaks otherwise, guys. We might just continue to run up and test the highs. Now, if we get resistance here at these levels, then we'll definitely get a good pullback. Hopefully, I think around the $3,100 area. But, you know, worst case scenario for the bulls is that it comes down to 3,000 and builds that as support. And that would actually be very good fundamentally for Bitcoin, I think. However, the market's going to decide where it goes, guys. We can't really tell. But nonetheless, we can see that there's some obvious optimism. And I think this gives a lot of optimism to the other altcoins, especially the big dogs. And we're going to go ahead and look at Litecoin. Speaking of the other big dogs, right here, continuing in the sense of USD valuation to hold its 50-day, guys. This might be a good buying opportunity if you guys are looking to get into Litecoin. It is important to also look at the Litecoin Bitcoin comparison. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So tethering a little bit under the 50-day. The 100-day actually. Sorry. I don't really like that too much, but unless we get some serious sell-side action or over-optimism in Bitcoin, I'm not too worried about it. It's in the cheap buy zone right now, in my opinion. But you guys got to do your own research before you put money into these. However, I will say that it looks like it's at a nice buy point, in my opinion. So, on a technical standpoint, that is. So, yeah, definitely keep an eye on Litecoin as well. And then we'll go ahead and look at Ethereum. And Ethereum is, it's getting some optimism, guys. Now, this is the USD valuation. However, we are back above the 50-day, okay? So, whereas this was looking to go down and touch the 200-day, guys, it luckily came up and curved around, found support at the 100-day, and now we're back above the 50. So, could this be a time to add to Ethereum? I don't know, guys, it seems pretty optimistic. The one thing I want to look at last on Ethereum, though, is the Ethereum to Bitcoin valuation. And we can see that it's still under the 100-day. That's the one thing. So technically, yes, you're paying a little bit more in a sense of USD, but however, it's still very cheap on the Bitcoin side. It's more than a 50% haircut from its highs. So Ethereum could be proven to be really cheap right now, guys. I don't know. Seems pretty interesting. However, it's got to keep up the optimism that Bitcoin's getting right now. Bitcoin is the backbone. It's the gold standard of cryptocurrency. And you pretty much, you know, it's the means of exchange for all other altcoins. So definitely interested in Ethereum. However, we just got to see that optimism come in. I would really like it over the 100-day comparative to Bitcoin. So anyways, guys, now that we've done that, let's take a real quick market recap and look at the market cap of cryptocurrencies. So look at the past 3 months here, guys. We are definitely testing towards new highs. Just about $3 billion away from our peak around here at $116 billion. So, guys, can we break past it? I don't know. I mean, we've had a wonderful run up, guys, from around 60 billion all the way up here to almost close to it. When we get to 120 billion, that'll be 100% return from the lows of the sell-off, guys. I mean, there's been some optimism. We've been printing profit here. If you guys have stayed disciplined, you guys have diversified and played it smart. And that's the only way you can really win in this market, guys. You can't just try to swing trade everything. You got to stay long term. You got to invest properly and pick some of the winners. And guys, over the past few days, I'm not trying to brag in any sense. I don't try to flash profits anywhere. However, we have been holding some pretty steady winners. The biggest one being antshares, guys. This one is doing phenomenal, and it looks like if it can get through the sell walls on the order book, which I'll admit are pretty steady, I think we could really see new highs in antshares, or NEOs, you might know it. I've been calling here, I don't know why my chart's not showing it, I can draw it real quick. I can show you all real quick with the segment tool. We were seeing an obvious wedge in the price action. And this is just absolutely immensely powerful, guys. I mean, just look at that clear wedge that was building. I told you on my technical video on their technical analysis, wedges are very good signs usually to the bullish side. However, they can be a 50-50 game if it's just a standard wedge like this. But we also had another thing that gave us that confidence, guys, and I'm going to go ahead and add it right here, because if you guys don't use it, you should. Use the moving averages, and here we're going to use the 50-day right here. Go ahead and add that. Well, look at that. It found support at the 50-day and started instantly running up, guys. It's immensely powerful. And I think you can see the volume backing it up here, guys. We are clearing through the sell walls on this one, making good profit. So definitely keep an eye on antshares. Now, I don't know if you're curious, should I buy here? I don't know, guys. It's pretty high up there. However, be willing to set your stop levels and also set your limits as well. Be disciplined. Come in with a strategy. So the other ones I want to talk about last and foremost is I want to talk about Stratus, and I also want to talk about library credits. So first off, Stratus is showing us yet again what we saw with Bitcoin, which is an ascending triangle. Very bullish pattern. The problem is I think that you guys can buy this at a little bit of a dip. I'd wait till it comes and touches the line around 200,000 Satoshis, get a nice little discount. And then I think we're going to continue to curve up and break through it, guys, as optimism continues to come in. And this could be a 100% return back to its highs. So good pick in my opinion, guys. It's pretty cheap right now. However, I'm going to wait till to add on my position until I can get it at 200,000 Satoshis. I already hold a pretty decent position in Stratus. And the last thing I want to look at, guys, on the sense of coins is library credits. And we can see this one is wedging out right here, and it looks like it's going to be bouncing right off of its support line that's going upwards. And yeah, guys, I think that this is pretty good right here. It looks like I wouldn't say it's a descending wedge exactly. However, it does seem like this is definitely wedging out to be an optimistic one. I've heard so many people talk about library credits, and this is more than 100% return if we get it back to its highs, guys. So I mean, I'm definitely going to take a look here at the weekly. Honestly, it just looks great, guys. It looks like it's maintaining, if we go here to the segment tool, it just looks like it's maintaining that uptrend, generally speaking. So I like this one, guys. Library credits is an interesting concept. I'm thinking about doing a specific video on it and a lot of the small caps that I talk about. However, I've generally covered about them, guys, and I think they're great coins. So anyways, guys, I would love to hear what you guys think the market is going to do over the next few weeks. Are you guys optimistic, or are you feeling bearish? You guys got any coins you want me to cover? Feel free to leave a comment down below. But guys, that's it for the market recap, and I will see you all in the next video. Stay tuned.